Try and think of one of the oldest weapons in Skyblock. What was it? Maybe an aspect of the dragons? Maybe a pigman sword? Or 100 mil Midas? Well, when I think of the oldest weapon, I think of the Ember Rod. It's one of the oldest made weapons in the game, and used to be beloved for how overpowered it was. There are hundreds of videos on how to obtain it, but it was soon overtaken by the end update, with the AOTD as well as dragon armor. So let's go back to the beginning of Skyblock. It was a much simpler time, when people were still building farms on their island, and people farmed miner zombies and skeletons for hours. Then one day, on June 11th, 2019, the Nether Island was released, and people swarmed to see what it had to offer. People found that there was a new boss, the Magma Cube boss. This boss was just a giant Magma Cube, nothing special like what we have nowadays with the Crimson Isle bosses. Just a hot, bouncy cube. They dropped a few things: magma cream, enchanted magma cream, ember fragments to make ember armor, the Magma Cube pet, and the newest and best item at the time, the Ember Rod. The Ember Rod was simple but versatile. With its 80 damage and 35 strength, as well as 50 intelligence, it boosted your stats quite a bit. And let's not forget about its ability. Shoot 3 fireballs which deal 30 damage in rapid succession in front of you. At the time, the Ember Rod was one of the best swords in the game, and was equal to weapons such as the Leaping Sword and Pigman Sword. It used to cost 200,000 coins, which doesn't seem like a lot, but back then, that was a crazy amount. There are a few downsides to the item. The ability costs 150 mana with a cooldown of 30 seconds. The ability does not work on Endermen, and due to bugs, you used to be able to craft the rod into blaze powder. Fast forward to the present, where the sword is unobtainable now and is worth 8 million coins on average. The sword is out of progression now, with almost every early game sword being better than it, such as the Raider's Axe. It's sad to see such cool items fade into obscurity, but that's just going to happen in every MMO or RPG game. Cool items are added, then they are nerfed to uselessness or removed entirely. That's just how it is. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, then make sure to like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what's your favorite item and why. And for every subscriber I get, I'll be placing one birch plank on my island to ruin my island. So make sure to subscribe to ruin my island. So see you guys in the next one.